Well, we got a really good growth on our grapes this year, but we didn't have very much of a crop because we ran into some disease problems. But there's not a whole lot for us to do right now to get these ready for the winter. We do have a few remaining grape clusters here that we're going to clip off just so that we don't spread any diseases around. And after that, they're pretty much set until pruning time in the spring. But if you have some varieties that you'd like to multiply, I want to show you a neat trick on how to do that. Now, when you're pruning your canes, just look for some growth from last year that's about as big around as a pencil and not bigger around than your little finger. And take some cuttings off of that. Now when you take a cutting, start up here at the top bud and make a slanted cut. Now, even though this grape is growing to where it looks like it's upside down, that's actually the growing tip of the plant, so that's going to be the top. And then count down 3 or 4 buds and make another cut right here below the bottom bud and make it straight across so that that's flat. And that way you'll know which end of the grape is up. You can clip a few of these off like this, and I'll take another cutting here. I'll cut the top slanted. I'll get rid of this side shoot here, and then go down 4 and take another cut. Now, once I've taken these cuttings, we get to the neat part. Now, grape cuttings will root if you place them in peat moss upside down. And all I need to do is stick these down in that moist peat moss and fill in around that with some more. Now you want to cover them up completely so that they don't dry out. Next, I'll cover that whole bucket with a trash bag and tie that down flat. Now what this does, when you turn those cuttings upside down, that causes the hormones to go to the other end of the cutting, and they'll root from the top. Now, we'll just put these up in a kind of a warm place, but not too warm, and just ignore them for a couple of months. And we'll have roots that come out that top here of our cutting. Now, once those have rooted, we'll take them out and we'll actually take the cuttings and place them in a container of soil upright so that those first top 2 buds are out, and they should go ahead and break buds and come out. And that way you'll have a new grape plant ready to plant just in time for spring. Well, while we're propagating stuff, I want to show you another method of propagation that's actually quite fun. Now this is dumb cane or Dieffenbachia, and how you propagate it is to take a cutting on a section of the stem. Now this is a real monster plant here, and what you're looking for are these eyes that you can see here on the side. And I'm going to cut a section where I've got one of those eyes in the middle. Now, if you try this, you may notice it smells a lot like a skunk. That's a distinctive odor of a Dieffenbachia. Now, I just set this cutting in some potting soil with that eye facing up and just about halfway down in the soil. Firm that up around there, and then just slide that into a bag or put some saran wrap over it to keep it moist, and put that in a warm place. Now it'll actually take at least 8 weeks for this to start showing signs of rooting, but if you're patient enough, that'll start to sprout out of that middle eye and you'll have a new Dieffenbachia plant.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. You can also find more recent videos on our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.